Hey, my friends, Tony here again, back with you for the rest of our dreaming segment. So remember, we've gone through and we've talked about the D being desire and dream, the R being to revisit and recite, repeat. Now we're getting into the E of dreams, and that is you have to put energy into the dream. You have to match energetically the dream, and that happens through enthusiasm. You have to show enthusiasm for your dream, and you have to emotionalize your dream. Now, what is emotions? We've shared it before. We'll share it again. Emotions are energy in motion. And so you have to match that energy of your dream. So this is matching the level of belief as if your dream is already done. So you have to every single day take a moment, sit down in a soft chair or your armchair, your couch, but sit down, close your eyes, and visualize your dream already having taken place. It's already here. It's already done. And what you're doing is energetically, you're matching the level of energy of where your dream is at. So I'm here and my dream is here. And I have no idea how to get to my dream. What I have to do, see, here is a place. You need to understand that here, wherever this is a place. Your goal, if you can think it in here, it can be done. So you have to understand that here is a place. And I'm down here though. So I have to learn how to raise my level of energy and belief to energetically match the goal. And once my goal is matched with my energy, with my belief, boom, it happens. It happens. Now, it doesn't happen just automatically. We're going to get to the A portion and the M portion of dreaming, but the key is to match energetically where your goal is. And the way that we do that is by visualizing it every day. So I do presentations all over the place. And I have what's called the two chairs. So I want you to imagine that I'm sitting in a chair right here, and there's another chair off on the other side of the room. And now it's just two chairs. I'm sitting here and I want to go there. How do I get to there? Now there's a lot of things that keep me stuck in my chair. Like it's comfortable. I might be afraid that I'm going to mess up. I'm in somebody's chair and I don't want to screw things up for them. So I just stay where I'm at. There's a lot of reasons why people stay where they are. But one of the main reasons why people stay where they are is because they don't believe that is possible, the other chair. They don't believe that they can be sitting in that other chair. And so there's a lot of things you can do to really amplify that belief. But here's the key. You have to believe that you are already sitting in that chair right now. Now, here's what I mean. There's a place, wherever there is. And I want you to imagine that it's a chair, okay? That chair is a place. And it might be on the other side of this wall. It might be on the other side of the city, but there is a chair. And a lot of people, they don't know how to go sit in the chair, meaning they start to connect know-how with ability. I know I've shared this before, but one of the greatest success mechanisms you can use in your life is to learn how to disconnect know-how from ability. You don't need to know how, you just need to know you can, and then the how starts to show up. But how do I raise my level of belief that I can? I imagine myself every single day sitting in the chair that I want to sit in. And there are literal things you can do as well. So every day I can close my eyes and I can visualize myself sitting in the chair or in this way of life, this new way of life. I can imagine it happening. You can physically go and physically enter the home of your dreams. If there's a home of your dreams, physically go and sit in the home and imagine yourself in the home. You're matching energetically your dream. And so you do that with homes, you can do that with cars, you can do that with jobs. You can do this where you go and you sit and you imagine yourself doing that. I want to end with a story, real life story of what happened with me. I really, really, really wanted an office space when I left the banking industry. And the office space that I really, really wanted was it was a corner suite of offices that overlooked the city from the banking office that I was in. And so every day at lunch, this is what I did. I did the E on this. I had desires that I wanted to be in that office. I recited it all the time. I revisited it all the time. But then I started to match it energetically by literally walking down every day to the office space that I wanted. I would unlock the door, and then I would go sit in the office that was the corner office that overlooked the city. And I would sit there and I would imagine my computer. I'd put my feet up on the desk. I'd imagine that this was my desk, that this was my office. It was a beautiful office. And so I remember the day that, and if you're familiar with my story, I had my resignation notice and I walked into my office, my boss's office says, Tony, is that your resignation notice? I had this impression, just put it away. So I said, no. And then he said, well, your job's going to be eliminated. And it was at that moment that I said, okay, well, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Where am I going to head to? And so I said, I really want that office space down the hallway. And he said, Tony, you can't have that office space. That office space is thousands of dollars. I said, well, I really want it, but I'm not willing to pay thousands of dollars. He said, well, it's just not going to happen. I said, will you do me a favor? Will you just go and talk to property management and ask them if there's something they can do? He said, fine, because he wanted me to stop bugging him. So he calls property management. Hey, we got an employee that we had to eliminate his job, and he's decided he wants to start his own business. He wants to go and he wants to coach and consult and do training. And he wants the office space that's empty right now. It's been vacant for several months. What can we do for him? I'm not joking. This is what happened on the other line. The guy on the other line said, that is amazing that he's going to start his own company. We should totally help him out. What do you think that we should do? And so my boss said, well, I just like utilities. And he's like, that's a fantastic idea. They charged me 1/10 of what they would normally charge another tenant because of my visualizing every day being in that office. And for several months, I was in that office. Now, the condition was that when they needed it, they would come and they could just boot us out at any point in time, and they did that. But for several months, I had this beautiful office that overlooked the city where I was at. And so the point is you have to match energetically what you want, and that happens through visualization. So take a moment today, think about your desires, revisit them, but then energetically match it by enthusiastically sharing it in the mirror and also imagining it in your head, and watch what happens. Join us again for the A and the M.